The great debate, bags or wrapped bundles? That always seems to be the question, and I get asked often why I prefer the bags over wrapping with the plastic wrap and using a bundler. Now, I mentioned on the live stream last week that I might actually be done with the bags. These might be the last bags that I turn into bundles and put out on the roadside stand. And the reason for that is I haven't ordered anymore because I've been waiting to see what the price, I guess, increased. The price has already increased, and I don't know if the price is going to go up more. And if it gets to a point where, it doesn't make much sense to keep raising the price of the bags, because I have seen some people raise their prices, but I think one of the advantages that comes with using the bags is that it's a convenience for the consumer. And I know that there's a lot of videos out there talking about the benefits of wrapped bundles versus bag bundles, but a lot of times what it focuses on is the convenience and the advantage for the producer, for me. So I would say that the bags are easy. They're great loading with the Wolf Ridge bagging station. It's easy to make them with the Top Dog attachment utility bucket here. I just bring over some wood. I got the bagging station. I can throw together bags of wood very easy. But the one thing that I think people overlook is just how convenient they are for the consumer. And that's what determines, I think, when you're trying to decide if you should use bags or wrapped bundles, you have to look at who do you think primarily is going to be buying your product, and where are you going to be putting it? So like I mentioned, I recently had somebody asking me about the bags, and they were getting into wanting to sell, and they were selling to, I believe, campgrounds and like recreational people, like boaters and things like that. And so when you think about that consumer base, like those people, they want something like this that they can pick up and grab and go. Like throw it in their truck, throw it in their camper, throw it in their boat, you name it. So for them, if your wrap bundle didn't have a handle on it, it might not be something that they would find as, I guess, appealing to buy. And that's what I think with the bags is great for people like that. Now, if I was putting these bags in like a convenience store or a grocery store or somewhere where presentation would matter a little bit more, or people were like shopping with a cart, or I don't know, just had an easier way to move around the bundles, then maybe wraps would be better. But when I think about, actually today, someone came to get bundles, and he was towing his boat. And he pulled up alongside the roadside stand, he got out, he went over, put his money in, grabbed 2 bags, walked, threw them in the boat, and they were gone. So the convenience for that person to be able to grab these bundles, toss them around, throw them into the back of the boat, throw them wherever, and not worry about them falling apart or breaking, like that I think is of value to the consumer. So that's why I think at least people from my roadside stand appreciate the bags. Would they continue to buy if I had wrap bundles? Probably, but maybe it wouldn't be as convenient for them, and then I would have to add the handle and do all of that stuff. So I don't know, for me, the bags have always worked out great. Now, where I am, or why I'm considering possibly not doing the bags anymore is, like I mentioned, just the price. And I know I can just raise my price, but I think having my bags at, because I don't have a cashless system yet. But when it comes to paying with straight cash, I think having my price be $5 a bag is easy, because there's no need for the consumer to have a $5 bill and 2 ones, or, you know, a $20 bill and not have change to buy 4 of them, or have change to buy 2 of them. So that's why I've always kept my bags at $5 a bag. There's a gas station a mile away from me that sells their bundles for $5.99. So if I were to raise my price to $6 or $7 a bundle, you know, that might then make people reconsider buying my bag and just go to the gas station and get the bundles there, because they would be, you know, because at a gas station, if you buy 3 bundles, you don't need to worry about making change, because you can go in and give them whatever you want, or you can go in and pay with your card. It's a lot more flexibility. So both when it comes to using the bags and the price that you sell your bags for or your bundles for, like, I always try to keep that customer experience in mind. What's going to be easy for them to pick up and go, and also to buy them with, you know, not having to have exact change, like $12 or $14 for 2 or $7 for 1. There goes little boss man zipping around. It's a hot one here today in Wisconsin. We are almost at 90 degrees this afternoon. Too dang hot for this time of the year. So if you've never seen the Wolf Ridge bagging station, it is pretty slick. Hopefully that's in frame. Yeah. So you can just throw your wood in. It makes it real easy to not have to worry about having it kind of stacked in there nice. Hold it together. And when you have the bagger full, or nearly full, you can slip your bag over the top of it and then rotate it around. The wood slides into the bag, and boom, you're done. I usually add 1 more piece just to kind of fill it out. So this may be my last bag that I will put out on the roadside stand. Will I go back, or will I switch to wrap bundles and get a bundler? I don't know, because that involves a cost as well. So if I'm getting away from bags and just putting like loose wood out there to save money on the cost of having bundles, it probably wouldn't make much sense then to invest in and buy a bundler to wrap the bundles. So I don't know. I'll see. I'll worry about that at a later date. But I just wanted to, I had these bundles to make now and go refill the stand. I wasn't sure how many I had left in my box, but it turned out that there's 5 left. So with that, I'm going to take these bundles up to the roadside stand, and maybe that'll be the last time I'm refilling it.
I've been a real bad boy on the town all night.